July 25th, 2020. There are some questions that were put forth for the project today. And number one is, what do you love? Well, I love life. Lots of things about life. I love coffee. I love fresh, well-prepared food. I love Japanese, French, Filipino, Caribbean cuisine. I love chocolate. I love cooking. I love deep sea fishing. I love music. I love smooth jazz. I love Hawaiian music. I love singing. I love musical theater. I love movies. I love to write. And recently I've dabbled in filmmaking, short films. But I also love serving the community the best I can. I am a father and a grandfather, and I love working hard to try and provide for my family. I am a registered nurse and work as a case manager. As an American and a U.S. Army Desert Storm veteran, I have some fears. I fear the direction that the United States is taking. I'm afraid that my children and grandchildren will no longer enjoy what it means to have a life of peace and prosperity. I fear that this pandemic is taking too long to control. I am sad for the loss of lives and the inaction that the federal government is responsible for, that caused such loss of life. I was born in the Philippines and I left for Vancouver, British Columbia when I was 17. I've called Los Angeles home since 1980, and I love LA. I'm a amateur poet, songwriter, guitarist, singer, photographer, and an aspiring filmmaker. The change I want to see this November is I want American leadership to change. I want a return to civility, accountability, responsibility, and genuine, honest leadership, free of scandal, free of hate and malice. I want to work to make that happen. And I want to keep working to keep our leaders honest, to keep them focused on taking care of what matters, the people. So today I have work, and let me share a portion of my day. Hey Joe, what time is it? What day is it?
Saturday,
July
25th.
July 25th. And we're starting our day getting gas on the way to Bakersfield. It's gonna be 101 degrees in Bakersfield today. So, not looking forward to that. Doing some work today on a Saturday, and my daughter Jo is coming with me. Be right back. So it's July 2020, and we're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic.
We live in Los Angeles, in the suburb of Granada Hills, and California is one of the hardest hit in the pandemic. So even a mundane task like putting gas in your vehicle becomes a whole operation. I'm diabetic, so that puts me at a higher risk for the virus. But here we go. Everybody should be wearing masks. The whole process of disinfecting, washing hands and everything. You know, when I work, I have my scrubs right here. So then after I'm done with work, I take my scrubs off and then I put my normal street clothes back on. Leaving LA now, going to Bakersfield. Alright, so Bakersfield is about an hour and a half from the San Fernando Valley, which is a part of Los Angeles. And we are now about 40 minutes before we get to Bakersfield. This is where we're going through the Grapevine right now. My favorite spot. This is the Tejon Pass. Okay, so it's time to get to work. I'm gonna be visiting a burn patient. It's part of my work as a workers' comp RN case manager. I'm just gonna look in on her and see how she's doing, make sure that she's stable, and we'll go from there. Be right back. Alright, so all done with my visit. I have to sanitize my stuff. gotta be careful. Just came from a hospital and have to sanitize all the stuff. Have to take off my scrubs, sanitize my goggles, just to make sure that we're not spreading the virus. Here, look here. Okay. All right, so we come to one of the best parts of the day, having lunch. And here we have a traditional egg foo young from one of the oldest restaurants in Bakersfield. The rice bowl, and that was established in 1945. So we're gonna eat. All right, we're leaving Bakersfield now with our treats. We're in beautiful Pyramid Lake, California, one of my favorite quick stops on the way back from Bakersfield. And as you can see, it's beautiful here. Alright, so we're back home safely from Bakersfield, back in Granada Hills. That's the end of the workday for me. So it's time for some iced lattes. Cheers! Okay, so that pretty much was my day. It was a work day after all. Usually on a Saturday night, we'd be going out to dinner or having family and friends over for some drinks, some wine and cheese. But we're in the middle of this pandemic and things are not normal. The new reality is we here in California still have to be very careful because the virus is still not in control and the federal government hasn't really come up with a plan to control this virus. So who knows what the next 6 to 12 months will bring. So one more question from the project today. It asked, what's in your pocket? My daughter found this on the floor of the Chinese restaurant today, and it wasn't laying face up. For it to be considered lucky, I guess it has to be face up. So what my daughter did is she flipped it using her feet. So I guess that's a perfect metaphor for life. That is, you kind of have to create your own luck and create your own breaks if you can. Lucky penny. Hopefully 2021 will be a much, much better year. So that's it. I'm going to raise my glass to all of you. Cheers to a better future. And this is Life in a Day 2020. Cheers.